Can I complain for a minute? I hate how we're all indoctrinated to have to work constantly. I know it's nothing new. Everyone probably heard someone talking about how society loves rewarding productivity and that you should just keep pushing and pushing. But I want to talk about it too, so shut up politely and listen. Now, I do believe that there are certain scenarios where it does apply to keep going, like when you're running a marathon or when you're busy, giving birth. But I also think that mindset is being enforced upon us in the wrong situations. Coming from a 9 to 5 where we had to constantly output energy and be productive, I can definitely say that this standard in the corporate world is unrealistic, at least for some people. I also understand that there are individuals who can manage that sort of result every day, or at least most days. I'm not going to speak for everyone because I can't. I can only speak for myself, but I know that there are people who can relate. For example, I am someone who has a 28-day cycle, and with my experience, I have come to realize that it is unrealistic to be expected of me to work every day for the same amount of time with the same amount of output. Sometimes I can work full steam ahead for 5 hours straight, but other days I'll only be able to do 2 hours worth of work and not even at the same load or speed. Heck, I'm not able to work at all some days, but as they always told me, you just gotta push through. And you know where that got me? Not being able to relax on weekends without feeling guilty, not knowing what to do with my free time, if I had any, constantly burning myself out for the sake of proving my worth and value, and worst of all, ignoring my body's signals. I even felt like I wasn't allowed to get sick and recover properly, both in work and in school. Luckily, I had 1 or 2 superiors who were understanding and accommodating, but most made it out to be that I got sick on purpose. Like, bro, they are literally telling you to numb your body when they tell you to just push through, and I will not allow that anymore for myself. Since I now have the privilege to choose my work hours, I want to learn how to work with my body instead of ignoring it when it's asking me to rest. After I quit my job, it took a while for me to get out of work mode, and once I did, I felt exhausted. Like all the times that I pushed through when my body was signaling that I'm past my limits finally caught up and hit me like a train. There were so many days where I was worried about not immediately jumping into work, like I was trained that rest equals laziness, or that I didn't deserve to rest yet because I haven't worked for it. It was hard letting myself not do anything and to actually allow myself to recover from burnout, because that was what my body needed, to recover. When I finally did, the next obstacle was allowing myself to rest when I didn't have the energy to work. I was confused at times, am still even now, and didn't know if I was just being lazy or if my body was telling me to slow down. I love waking up between 6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m., finishing my morning routine early and getting to work as early as possible and get as much work done as I can. But where I am currently sitting while filming this, my energy levels aren't that high to allow me to do that. I've been sleeping in a little more, moving a little slower, and having slightly shorter work days, and even now it's hard to be okay with that. But it's not going to be like that forever. My body just needs a few days of being in hibernation so that I can get back to my usual tempo, and I'm going to give my body what it needs however I can. You don't have to fight your body. Learn to listen to it and be gentle with yourself. I don't really make educational content. I rather just speak about my own experiences and what I've learned in hopes that someone will hear what they need to hear and apply to themselves. But I do want to encourage that you at least learn how to take breaks and rest in ways that will benefit you, even if it's just sleeping a little earlier. Because I have seen the consequences that people had to carry for ignoring their bodies in more ways than one. We're squishy little things, but we're also strong. And we can get through anything, yet our bodies have limits, and it's important that we listen to them before it's too late. Thank you for listening and or watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.